Thanks all for coming. Obviously, for those that don't know, this is our BCNA game, which is Breast Cancer Network Australia awareness match for us. And we're really fortunate today to have Amber here, who's been a breast cancer survivor, diagnosed in 2015, to share her story with our players. And we just feel really privileged to have this game for us and to raise awareness. And I'd like Amber to say a few words.
Thank you. So I was diagnosed with breast cancer a few years ago when I was 28. I had 3 kids under 5, and it was just a very traumatic time for me. I'm through it now, but I really couldn't have got through it without the help of the Breast Cancer Network Australia. They really, really helped me through everything, so I'm so very grateful. And then to have your support and all of it together is just amazing connection. So thank you.
What was the message to the Melbourne players this morning?
Win. No. I just told them that, if you want to win and beat something, you need to just keep fighting. And that was basically my message: just to fight, and you're gonna get what you want.
What's the emotion for you when you see this game every year and thousands of people out there?
It's amazing because every little speck of pink, every pink lady is it represents one person who's been diagnosed with breast cancer each year, and there's so many of us, and it has such a ripple effect for our families, for teammates, for everything. So yeah, it is quite emotional. Yeah.
What did it mean for you when you were going through your treatment, seeing this game?
When I was going through my treatment, I guess the BCNA, because they helped me so much, to see them have a relationship with the Ds was just. I think it meant everything to me and my family, who are there with me every single time that we go and watch the Ds play.
And you're a massive supporter as well. You're going along on the weekend.
Yeah. I've been to every match bar the Sydney one. So yes, I will be there. I'll be there sitting with my dad, my nana, and my kids, and my husband, who's Hawthorn, unfortunately. But we will be there supporting the Ds. Yeah.
The bloke to your right's getting advice from left, right, and centre. Have you offered any to him ahead of the game?
I don't know. Keep fighting, yeah. Be fearless, teach them to be fearless, because that's what team spirit's all about. Yeah.
Thanks, Amber.
Yeah, thanks, Amber.
Thank you.
Thanks, Amber.
Thank you.
Goody, did Amber's message strike a chord with your players and you?
Yeah, look, it did, because it's a lot of what we've been speaking about. It's about what we can do, not what we can't do. And what we can do is try and re-establish what we're trying to do as a footy club and what we're trying to build and get back to that. So, that keep fighting message is really strong. It's about what we can do and can control, and that's what we're going to go about doing.
Pretty willing session out there today, a lot of voice and physicality. Yeah,
look, that's something that, we know when we're at our best, we train with great intensity. And I thought the session today was great. I think you guys would have seen it. It's been a chance to reset as a club. We had 4 days away and, to really reconnect, first and foremost, and re-establish what we want to stand for. And, this started 2 weeks ago, but we're really committed to building a contested-based defensive game that stands up for us as a footy club.
I guess the fight and effort was pretty good against Richmond, but how quickly can you turn around your system?
Yeah, look, the effort was certainly there. Obviously, the scoring wasn't, but we managed to actually get back into the contest, and I think you saw great intent and effort. So with that will come the change. Our system will start to stand up, we'll start to score a bit more, and you'll start to see a team that's starting to progress forward again. So as I said, there were some signs against Richmond. The last 10 days has given us a chance to reset even more, get our system back going a little bit further and hopefully put on a great performance against Hawthorn.
Do you make any major changes to your game style now that you're 1-5?
Oh, look, we're assessing it all the time. Our game style hasn't changed a hell of a lot. There's some things that we've tinkered with. There's lots of things that we've tried in terms of, positional stuff and certain things in terms of how we go in every phase of our game. But fundamentally, we haven't changed. But it's about re-engaging in what we really value and really what we're going to stand for.
Had a couple of sore boys out in the track today. Christian started in rehab, and then Jaden Hunt sort of went down with it looked like a bit of lower back tightness. And Max looked a bit sore as well. Are those guys okay?
Max is fine. He did his session early. Had to leave for some personal reasons, so he'll be fine. Christian did what we needed him to do. We had to use that break to get him into a position where he can sustain for the whole year, and we've done that. So he'll be right to go. And Jaden just, he tweaked his back during the session. He's got a bit of back soreness, but once again, he'll be fine. 24, 48 hours. So all 3 of those guys will be 100% ready to go.
What can or have you said to someone like Jordan Lewis, a veteran of the game, with the struggles that he's going through at the moment?
Yeah, obviously highly criticised in the way he's played in the first 2 games, and he's a seasoned veteran. He missed the first 4 weeks with a hamstring. He's played 2 games in 4 days, which is a really tough thing to do, coming back in off having 4 weeks out of the game. So we just need it to settle. He's been doing this for 14, 15 years. He knows what to do. He's had 10 days to reassess, and he'll go again.
And club great David Schwartz said on Macquarie Sports Radio that not one player on Melbourne's list has improved from last year. What do you make of that assessment?
Oh, look, I think when you sit where we sit at the moment at 1 and 5 and on the bottom of the ladder, people will have their opinions. It's hard to argue with those opinions in this state. What we are doing is focusing on what we can do. Keep looking at each player's development plans, keep looking at how they're going to improve, keep looking at our program to see where that growth is going to come from. And we're really confident that we're going to head in the right direction for the rest of the season.
Yeah, what is possible this season, Simon? I know you look no further ahead than the Hawks, but you talk about maintaining the right approach. What do you think is still possible?
Well, first and foremost, it's about getting back to the things that we really value. And as I said, there's a step in the right direction, and the scoring and the results will start to come on the back of that. So what's possible, who knows? But we're just looking in really small chunks about what we can do as a footy club and what we can do as a playing group.
Who do you look at coming in for Viney?
Oh, look, there's a range of different guys that played really well in the VFL. Corey Wagner and Josh Wagner both played well. So they're 2 guys that are certainly going to put their hand up. Oscar McDonald, and Harrison Petty both played well down back. So there are a couple of other guys that are certainly going to be in the selection frame.
Declan Kilty in the selection mix.
Yeah, so I forgot about Deck.
Yeah.
His form's been outstanding. As a key forward. So he's really improved as a player. So if you talk about players that have improved, he's one guy on our list that certainly is improving and heading in the right direction.
And Tom Sparrow as well. We saw him earlier in the year, but sounds like he had a pretty good game at VFL level on the weekend too.
Yeah, look, he did. He's still learning his craft, Tom. He's a first-year player, and he's spending a lot of time on the inside at VFL level, and that's a great opportunity for him to develop. So. He's certainly, as he improves, will come into that selection mould as well.
Where should we expect Tom McDonald to play this week?
There's a good chance he'll play forward. Yeah. So, he's, last week we broke the cycle, got him down back. I thought he played relatively well, and ultimately we see him long term as a forward within our footy club.
Have you seen Wiedemann's year so far?
Oh, look, Sam's a developing player. I think we've said this a lot. The expectation for Sam's really, really high. Both, externally especially. Internally, he's played 26 games. And as a key forward in 26 games, he's evolving at the speed that we thought he would. And there's a lot of pressure on him for what he needs to do. He knows he wants to play better and he needs to play a little bit better. But at the same time, after 26 games, we've just got to give the kid time to play the game, evolve, develop, and you'll see improvement over a period of time with Sam.
We've seen guys like Shaki go back. I mean, does he need to go back and get some confidence? It's hard to get it in the seniors at times.
Yeah, look, that's the decision that we'll have to make, where he's best placed to continue to develop. And, it's conversations that we'll continue to have at match committee. And obviously we engage Sam in those discussions as well about, but he trained really strongly today, as did Tom McDonald. So looking forward to seeing those 2 boys get back to their best.
Has a call been made on him for this week yet, like senior of VFL, or it's still up in the air?
No.
And Braden Bruce, what's the update there?
Yeah, Bruce will miss 1 more week, so he'll be back next week. Jack Vine will probably miss 2 weeks. Mitch Hannon's probably 4 weeks away. Jake Lever will play some form of footy in about round 10.
How's Aaron Vandenberg going?
Yeah, he's indefinite at the moment, so it's too hard to say. He's starting to reload his foot now, so he's still unsure about where he's at. And Steve May's probably the same. He could be 4 or 5 weeks away as well.
Simon, you go through that list there, so you clearly had interruptions since the season started. It was a different summer. Do you have a fear you're just playing catch-up all year this year?
Oh, as I said, we can look about what happened in the past. We can have a look at what happened in the summer. We can have a look at what happened in the first 6 weeks, but that's not going to help us right now. Right now, we're looking at what we can do. And we've got plenty of players available to us that can come in and play really important roles for us and play some really good footy. So that's our mindset as a club right now. Let's not worry about the past. Let's worry about what we can do.
Just those figures that were in the paper today, I mean, that they got out. Is that a concern?
Oh, look, when you're in this sort of situation, people dig around. So, as I said, that's all in the past for us. This is about what we can do, and that's of no interest to us anymore.
If you had to reinforce that with the players to keep positive and it's what you can do. Has there been any sort of air of negativity creeping?
I think, when you're 1-5, everyone's looking for the reason why. So right now, with 10 days off, it's given us a chance to really reset and say, right, that's done. Let's move forward, and let's move forward in small little blocks about what we can do as a club. And that's been our mindset. And, there's no point looking back right at this point. We need to look forward and look at the opportunities that present ourselves right in front of us. And we've got a great one against Hawthorn, that's playing some good footy and are really well coached.
Thanks, Rick.
Thanks, guys. Cheers. Thank you.